16. City Happy Women's Month. Thank you very much, Zizipa, for those kind words. We're still celebrating the month. How are you celebrating August? What do women mean to you? Your mother, your sister, your friends, your colleagues? Let us know. It's Ekse_live on Twitter. We love hearing from you. Do email us, ekse@capetowntv.org. Whether you're running an NPO or you're an artist that wants to be on stage so that you share your talents with us. Maybe you're a sportsman, or maybe you're a fashion designer, you're an actor, a choreographer. We're here for you. This is the People's Channel. You're watching Cape Town TV. That's channel 263 on your DStv. Otherwise, free to air channel on the Great Metropole. www.capetowntv.org is where you find most of our programming. 021 448 0448. Do dial us. After the show, we are joined by Susanda and her other gang. Go Open Studio. That's happening between 5 and 5:30. So make sure that you do not touch the dial. Cape Town TV, it's where it's most hip and happening. We're still chilling with Uchi, not dealing from mothers to mothers. And we asked the question about Lekileyo before the break is that how do we eliminate a possibility the mother-to-child transmission, the HIV virus?
All right, so the elimination of mother-to-child transmission is, it sounds like a simple thing to do, but it's actually a hard thing to do. But as Dylan mentioned earlier, we have made so many strides in the space. The one thing I would say is that women and their partners, they need to know their status. So the first line is to get tested, know your status. And after that, if you are a person living with HIV, you need to try and keep your viral load low. And so what that means is essentially the virus must sleep in your body. And in order to be able to do that, you need to adhere to your treatment. And so elimination of mother-to-child transmission is really driven, I feel, by women. They are at the center of improving their environments in terms of health for themselves, for their children, and for their families. And so that's why we employ the peer-based model approach to health and deploy mentor mothers in community, because they're really there to educate, they're really there to support in terms of taking women to facilities, taking them through the process, following up on them in community to make sure that they're adhering to treatment. So I think the only way we're really going to eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV is to educate people around these issues, to ensure that our people take their treatment, and to ensure that there's buy-in from governments, that there's buy-in from business, and that there's buy-in from the ministries of health and the health facilities themselves.
Yeah, I feel like most people are praying and hoping that someday in our lifetime we get a cure for the virus. In your opinion, is that going to happen in our lifetime?
I think so. I'm hopeful. There's fantastic scientific research being done at the moment. There's some positive trials around vaccines and things like that. But I think what's important to understand as well is also that if a virus doesn't come in our lifetime, we have the tools right now to create an HIV-free generation. So Chi talked about how effective the drugs have become, how they can make you what's called virally suppressed. Like, you have the virus in your body, but a standard blood test cannot detect it. It's like the virus has gone to sleep. So if people start on their treatment, they stay on their treatment, they take it every single day, they won't be able to transmit to their unborn children. If they do that and they practice safe sex, they won't be able to transmit to their partners. So even though we will still have many people who are living with HIV, they will be healthy, they'll be leading strong and well-rounded lives, and they won't be able to transmit that virus. So that's why there's this global goal of ending the HIV and AIDS epidemic by 2030, which we are helping to work towards as Mothers to Mothers. That doesn't mean that there's going to be no one living with HIV by 2030, because we have millions of people living with it today. It means that those people will know their status, they'll be on their treatment, and they'll be virally suppressed. And I think we can do it. It's like what our parents did with polio. It's our time to step up and end this epidemic.
Indeed. We've been talking about mentor mothers. What is a mentor mother?
All right, so mentor mothers are women we train and employ, and they are recruited from local communities where our program runs. And so they are trained to work in facilities and at community level. They act as the name indicates, mentors. So mentors to other women and their families. They are placed in facilities and mentor them there. They are placed in communities and they mentor our potential clients there as well. But really at the heart of this model for us is that these women are from those communities. So they have an understanding of the dynamics of that community. They understand the challenges. They understand the experiences. So I think that's a very powerful piece. In addition to us recruiting women living with HIV, I think it's really powerful that they come from those communities. So they have an understanding that an outsider might not have.
Looking at the roles that women and mothers play in our societies, what can the state, the government, do to improve the health of these individuals who play a pivotal role in our well-being, really?
Well, I think that there are lots of specific things that could be done with lots of specific diseases, health conditions, challenges, but I want to name just one overarching thing. So we have a shortage of healthcare workers in South Africa. We don't have enough doctors, we don't have enough nurses. But what we do have is a lot of people who want jobs, and we know that community healthcare workers, like mentor mothers, are incredibly effective. Like, our statistics speak for themselves. As I mentioned, we've helped to virtually eliminate mother-to-child transmission of HIV. So I think what the government should be doing is employing more community healthcare workers. It should make sure that at least half of those community healthcare workers are women, because that way those women can respond to the health needs of other women in their communities, and will be engaging in job creation, which our country so desperately needs. So that would be my call to government.
It's unfortunate that youth unemployment is on a sky rise, sitting on 29% now. As an organization, is there something that you're doing to alleviate this?
Go ahead.
Thanks, Chi. So, as we mentioned, we do have a focus on adolescent girls and young women in the Western Cape. We work from 5 sites through Khayelitsha and Strand, and we are employing young women as mentor mothers in those sites called peer mentors to specifically work with 15 to 24-year-old women. So we are directly creating jobs for young women through our work, but I think more importantly as well, we are also helping young women and young men to stay healthy. And let's face it, you can't really learn and you can't take access of educational and advancement opportunities if you don't have your health. So we need that direct job creation, which we're doing, and we need the youth to be healthy and to have the right skills to stay that way. And in those 2 ways, we are contributing to taking down youth unemployment.
Right. Now, one is not looking for a job, but what the organization does speaks to their heart. They want to assist. Do you take on volunteers?
We do take on volunteers at our head office in Cape Town. However, in the field, we have paid professionals working, and we just do that because we want to ensure that the services our clients receive are the highest quality. But if they are interested in the work we do, they're welcome to contact us at our head office.
Give us those contact details before we let you go.
Sure. So the web address is www.m2m.org. You can also call us on 021 466 9160. We're on all the socials. Facebook is Mothers to Mothers INTL for international. Instagram is just Mothers to Mothers, and Twitter is M2M Tweets.
You guys are doing a very good job. Mothers to Mothers, we're praying for ezinye decades as Landelayo. Reach 100 if you can. All the best for everything that you're doing, and serve the communities the best that you can.
Thanks. Thanks for having us, Lama.
Yeah, cool stuff.